Line is the most essential tool in drawing and can be used many different ways. The most common type that we use is called a contour line. A contour line defines the outline of a form as well as its interior structure. Contour lines define the edges of not only the outside of an object, like this bell pepper, but also its inner edges and contours. For example, the outside contour line of this bell pepper is essentially its silhouette, as I've sketched in here. The next step would be to look for the inner contour lines in the bell pepper and find them in the curvilinear and vertical lines that define the edges of the lobes of the structure. Remember that while contour lines are somewhat about silhouettes, they are equally about, if not more so, the inner structures and edges that show us the overall form. In our first drawing exercise, I would like you to make something called a blind contour drawing. A blind contour drawing is one in which you can only look at the subject and not at the drawing paper. Since you are drawing blind and not looking at the paper at all, the drawings will look bizarre and out of proportion, and this is as they're supposed to look. So don't be concerned when they come out this way. I'm sitting at an easel here, but you can do this exercise anywhere that you're comfortable. The main thing is to hold your hand away from where your paper is so that you can draw and are unable to see the paper. I recommend using a ballpoint pen or sharp pencil. Start somewhere around the edge of your wrist, and once you plant your drawing tool on the surface, it should stay on the paper until you're done, so that you don't lose your place. In this way, the drawing is effectively one single line. Think of your line as a trail of ants or a snail crawling over a surface, leaving a trail that reveals the form. This video is sped up for time, but go as slow as you can to get as much detail as possible. Cut in and out with the line without ever taking your pen off the paper so that you don't lose your place. Don't generalize and really look at the small shifts in the form and cut through lines as you need to. For our second drawing exercise, I would like you to do a modified blind contour drawing. You'll use the same rules for the blind contour line drawing, with one exception. Every time that your outside contour line runs into an area where it turns in and becomes an inner contour line, such as the fingernails or folds of skin, stop right after you bend the line inward, remove your drawing tool, and look at your paper. Then, go place your pen back in that spot that it was in, look away again from the paper, and continue the same process of drawing the outer contour lines until you run into another crease or fold of skin or fingernail. Then repeat the process. This drawing will likely be very much out of proportion as the other drawings were, but you will still be able to establish the inner contour lines a little more clearly. These two beginning exercises are to help start the process of training your hand and your eyes to move together in a coordinated effort.